What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here on Madden 25 here with another new look rebuild, and today we have the team that had the #1 overall pick, and obviously they have themselves a brand new quarterback under center. So let's go ahead and jump in and do this new look Tennessee Titans rebuild Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 10,000 subs, so you want to help us reach that goal, that would be amazing. And I continue to say this, but just in case you don't already know, I'm recording this currently on May 13th, and you guys probably won't see this for quite some time because I'm on vacation as you guys are seeing this. But yeah, I'm basically pre-recording a bunch of videos. I think I have like 2 Madden videos left to do, and then I still have a ton of 2K ones still to do as well. You guys should have a full slate of videos to watch while I'm gone for a while. But here is what the Titans are looking like. So obviously, as I mentioned, Cam Ward, #1 overall pick, no surprise there. They got Dyke in round 4. They got, well, JC Latham isn't new. I don't think there was anything on the offensive line they addressed. They added Gunnar Helm as well. And then Elemenor, I think I'm butchering that name, but Alec from, I believe, Stanford, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Then defensively, obviously their second round pick went to Oladejo. And then their third rounder was Kevin Winston. So that's kind of what you're looking at. They did sign Cody Barton this offseason, Dramont Jones, and things along the lines of that. Obviously, you'll have L'Jarius Sneed back here again as well. And Quandre Diggs has been an addition too. So what we're going to do is, of course, before we touch anything on this offense and this defense, we're just going to simply simulate year #1. So we'll see how this team does. And I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. I'm anticipating this video being quite a long one. But I guess we'll have to see, because I assume Cam Ward will take some time to get where we want him to be, but you never know. I just saw a tweet that they're going to be opening up this season against the Denver Broncos, so that should be interesting. An early test against a damn good defense for Cam Ward, so we'll see how that goes when that happens. But for now, I'll see you all at the end of year 1. So at the end of the season, we actually finish up with a decent record of 8-9. Obviously, doesn't get you in the playoffs, but wow, Calvin Ridley and Cam Ward seem to have garnered a connection immediately out of the gate. He had 1,400 yards while Cam Ward threw for 4,800 in his rookie season. Incredible stuff. Now, unfortunately, we didn't make the playoffs, but kind of surprised to see that kind of production immediately. I won't lie to you, but let's go ahead and get to the offseason, and we can continue to build this out further. So it looks like the Titans playbook worked fairly well this season. Obviously, we didn't make the playoffs or anything, but Cam Ward was great. Calvin Ridley benefited off that. Now, I know Calvin Ridley does regress quite a bit in the Madden sim, so not really sure what his future is here, but if we go look at the all the stats, I should say, we were the 4th overall offense, which is pretty insane. And then defensively, we were 13th. So usually, well, Cam Ward did throw a bunch of picks, which, you know, could be something. The one downfall, I guess, the one weakness of Cam Ward, that sometimes he does throw some risky passes, but there's always some reward to it. And obviously, there's something, or sometimes it doesn't work out. But 17 touchdowns from Tony Pollard, 900 yards. You have Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, and Traylon Burks, all really good season. The best production you've seen from Traylon Burks, and Titans fans would love to see that after they had to trade away A.J. Brown for that. And then 9.5 sacks from Simmons, 6 from Devondre Sweat, 3.5 from Dramont Jones, 2.5 from Cedric Gray, 1.5 from Sebastian Joseph Day. And here are some of your interceptions. Okay, well, again, very weird season where we're the 4th best offense and 13th best defense, but does not get us into the playoffs. So we got to kind of just evaluate from here on what we're going to do next. So 19 players that need to be talked to. We got Dramont Jones, who I actually think I'm okay with letting him walk because we have Oladejo right behind him. Quandre Diggs, probably let him go as well. Lockett, although he went for superstar dev, I think we need to get younger. Traylon Burks is interesting because he actually just had a decent season. So I, funny enough, do think I'm going to accept his 5th-year option, although I'm not really sure that's going to be something he gets in real life. Sebastian Joseph Day, Julian Chestnut, and then, yeah, so this is probably going to be it. I mean, I guess, yeah, Kevin Zeiler, the veteran, if we don't have to worry about another guard for a season, we can push that off a little bit further. If he wants to come back, he does, so we'll take that. So it leaves us with $120 million still to build around Cam Ward. Now, unfortunately, every single time, you know, we do one of these rebuilds, the free agency classes are always terrible, which sucks because, you know, you'd love to just hit big in free agency, but there's usually nobody that good in there. But if you take a look at the lineup in general, so Cam Ward's already up to an 87 overall. So I'm cool with running with Ridley and obviously Traylon Burks for another year, but we definitely still need another wide receiver here. We have Okonkwo, I should say, Moore, who they gave a lot of money to. I forgot to mention that. He got a lot of money from the Titans to come over here from the Steelers. Zeiler, Cushenberry, Skoronski. So Your line is decent enough that I don't think I'll address it that much this offseason. Definitely need ourselves another wide receiver, though. Defensively, definitely some things we could address here, obviously. Although you could move like Kevin Winston into a starting spot. I'm definitely cool with Oladejo starting this year. Could use another middle linebacker, definitely, and some more things on this defense. So let's go see if there's anything worth spending on in free agency with this $120 million. So per usual, this class isn't anything special, and we're not getting anything special from it either, but these are just guys that are depth at least, and maybe even start a little bit. But we're getting some young potential upside here with Tony Adams, McMillan, and Malik Harrison, and we're not giving any of them too much money either on top of that. So I don't feel too discouraged, or I don't feel too bad by doing this. So we're going to bring in 3 guys that, again, won't make a crazy impact, but still going to be on the roster nonetheless, and might even give an opportunity to start, especially McMillan, because we definitely needed a third corner. But we get to just kind of jump in this draft and see if we can get there. So I'm definitely hoping for a wide receiver and maybe a D lineman as well. We bring in McMillan to kind of address that corner problem. We still have Brownlee as well, not to mention. But yeah, it always seems like we always need a D line every single time. Like, I'm always finding myself drafting D tackles in the draft, but it feels like nobody has D tackles for some reason. So let's go to the draft. And let's go see what we can do in this one. I also got to make sure the Titans will have extra draft picks in the 2026 draft. Not 100% sure if they do or not. I feel like they made a trade, but I don't know if it, I don't know if any 2026 picks were involved. So the Titans just have a classic full slate of draft picks, as we'll be picking at 16th overall. So no other picks here, just kind of your or your first, second, third, fourth. You get the point. But I did just see that Cam Ward was hoping we draft a wide receiver tonight, and I'm hoping we do too. But we got to make sure there's a good one available. So there is Anthony Hill, which I don't hate that idea. There's Zachariah Branch, who I don't think I've been able to draft yet, but he's a 5'10" wide receiver out of Georgia. F catch and traffic, C to F catch, and B deep route, B release. He's got elite speed, though. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take Zachariah Branch in round 1 to get Cam Ward a weapon. Although there's some really good options on the defense side of the football, I do think getting Cam Ward a weapon, especially with Ridley potentially being gone after the season, I think that was probably the right pick. So 97 speed, hidden dev, 94 jump, 98 excel. Yeah, he's a damn good wide receiver. Although elite top end speed, quiet soft hands with that catches everything, great separation when stretching the field. So everything looks good to me. So Zachariah Branch, that's going to be a really good start to me in this draft, especially adding more to this offense that was already really good last year. Now we get to add another piece here, hoping to add this on the defense side of the football, but we'll see what is available to us. So we have Hicks, Corleone, we have Eugene Wilson, Dylan, Torian York, Samuel, and there's Bear Alexander. So I have taken DJ Hicks and Bear Alexander, mainly DJ Hicks lately. So I'm going to take Dante Corleone out of Cincinnati and bring him in as a change of pace here. Let's see if he sucks compared to the other two. So not too bad. So they're not true value, but he's still going to start at that blank end spot that we have right now. So I feel like that's a solid pick there. And then last but not least in round 3, or I guess, oh, Madden doesn't, I didn't realize, whatever. So we have 2 extra round 4s. That kind of sucks. So we should have had our round 3, but I guess I didn't double check that. My apologies. Okay, whatever. So we'll just have to make up for it. So we have Sony Styles and we have Jamari Butler. So Sony Styles is definitely a solid option. Or we could draft our future running back here with Jay Knott available. Speed is good. So we're going to take Jay Knott here because don't know how long Tony Pollard is going to be good. So 82 in true value, drafted 100. Only normal dev, 92 speed. Still great value, but would have loved to have seen hidden dev there. And then we'll probably take, well, I was going to take Sony Styles, but I probably should have taken him if I was going to take him. So last pick here, we can take Chad Lindbergh out of North Carolina, or we can maybe go like Dane Key or Butler or Capehart. We can take another tight end, or we can take another D tackle. I mean, we could take Kendrick Law to Kentucky here, kind of late. D catching, C deep route, C release, but speed is elite. So we're going to go double wide receiver here in this draft. So welcome to Tennessee. Kendrick Law, normal dev, 97 speed. But again, we get some more speed on this offense. Can't complain about that too much. So I will see you guys with the lineup going into year number 2. So here's what the lineup is looking like going into year number 2. Obviously, we got to get these guys in here by generating that best lineup really quickly. So that should put Branch. Yeah, so Branch is a 76 overall out of the gate, which is a super helpful pick. And then, unfortunately, the other wide receiver we took is not even making the depth chart right now, but maybe in the future. And Jay Knott's actually 74 overall, so 4th round running back, not too shabby. Again, with Pollard maybe regressing, maybe eventually gets an opportunity. We'll see, though. Defensively, we added Corleone. I plan on moving him to right end, I think, out of the gate for this one, or I guess we could just start him there right now. So let's just put him there at the moment, and then McMillan, McCreary, Woods. I mean, could we start? We have a Monty Hooker. I mean, we have kind of strong depth at the strong safety spot, no pun intended there. But I guess Amani Hooker will still start at this point, and then you also have Bard, Malik Harrison, Arden Key, Oladejo, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave everything the same. We were pretty good last year, and then we went 8-9, so that was the disappointing part. But Zachariah Branch will be that slot wide receiver with how fast he is. We'll see if he can't come out firing out of the gate. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 2, and hopefully Cam Ward gets some more production out of some of his wide receivers, although they were pretty good last year. But we'll see how this ends up. So wow, not changing anything as far as the schemes or anything. Yeah, the schemes, the playbooks, it actually went fairly well. We went 13-4 and did not win our division. That's actually kind of crazy to think about. So the Jags won it at 14-3. Damn. Well, I mean, it's just kind of like how the Vikings, Lions, and the NFC North was last year in a way. So 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns from Cam Ward. So he continues to be awesome for us. 13th NFL this time, so our offense took a step back as far as rank is concerned, but maybe the schedule was a little bit tougher defensively. Not as good this year either, but yeah, 10 touchdowns, 700 yards from Pollard. Zachariah Branch came out and was really good immediately, which is awesome. Ridley. Traylon Burks is getting some production with Cam Ward, which is great because, like I said, Burks' career has not been great in Tennessee, so maybe Cam Ward can save it. Jeffrey Simmons continues to do his thing. 5.5 from Arden Key, 5.5 from Devondre Sweat, and 2.5 from Oladejo. Interceptions, you had 4 from Winston, 3 from Cody Barton, 2 from Monty Hooker, 1 from Oladejo, 1 from Tony Adams, and 1 from L'Jarius Sneed. All right, let's go ahead, get into this playoff game. We get to head to Baltimore. These two teams have had a obviously very familiar. They have a familiarity with each other in the playoffs. They were like 1-1 in the last couple years. I remember when Derrick Henry was on the squad and all that. But all right. We're not on the Titans anyway. So I'll see you guys in there when we're playing the Ravens. So Cam Ward's playoff debut is going to be in Baltimore after we went just 13-4. And they will start off with a 7-0 lead after I think we may have thrown a pick. But we scored right back. They are going to be up 17-7. 10-17. So we're still within reach. But the Ravens are going to keep scoring our offense. Okay, so yeah, the Ravens are not scared of our defense, which makes sense. So we're not quite ready to make it to the Super Bowl just yet or anything like that. But we have to have, a lot of optimism about how this is going. We keep having good records. Our offense continues to be good. And Traylon Burks is playing well. Calvin Ridley is playing well. So we're just going to have to continue to get better. Probably mainly focused on the defensive side of football this year. So we'll see if we can't make some things happen with that. So here with the re-signing stage as Peter Skoronski, 5th-year option, which we're going to go ahead and accept. Roger McCreary, who is our second corner at the moment. I do want to keep him, but I would understand if he says he doesn't want to stay, but he does. Okay, so McCreary is back. Okonkwo, we do have Gunnar Helm in those shadows, but Okonkwo obviously is still much better at this point, so we're going to keep him as well. Amani Hooker, we could probably let walk. I mean, we have a lot of talent behind him, especially with Kevin Winston maybe finally getting an opportunity. We're going to let Arden Key walk as well. And I think that is going to be it. Okay, so we have $110 million in cap space. I'm also thinking about changing this defense to a 4-3. I think I might pull the trigger on that this time around. I think I considered it in a recent video and I didn't do it. But I think this time I kind of like the idea of maybe making that happen. So we'll see if it makes sense, but I think it's going to. So we'll have a nice defensive tackle rotation with Simmons, Sweat, and Corleone. We can move Oladejo down here. You'll have Harrison and Cody Barton up here. We can add another linebacker. So yeah, I do think, like I said, I'm going to change this to a 4-3 this time. So let's go to a 4-3. Got to change some things around here, but it's going to make sense in just a second. So I'm going to change some of these positions around to make the defense make sense. And I'll see you guys with what we're about to do after that. I'm not going to lie to you, for this video, we are spending some money. We have a lot of cap space. We've made 7 offers. So this is what we're after. Whoops, this is what we're after. Zach Tom, who I never seem to get. So that dream is probably going to die right away. But I'm offering him anyway. George Pickens, who's here. So it could be another weapon with, obviously, Cam Ward, who's up to Superstar X Factor now. Kendall Fuller, Jake Ferguson, another weapon, if I could speak English, and then Brian Cook and Christian Harris. So this is all looking good. I'm assuming we'll get like 5 of the 7, but if we can get 6 of 7, 5 of 7, I'd be happy with that. So we get 5 so far. So Brian Cook, Rodriguez, Ferguson, Fuller, Pickens, a big free agency haul. Zach Tom is getting an offer from you know, the Seahawks. So again, we're probably not going to get him, but my vision is if we get Zach Tom, we can move Dan Moore inside. So I'm hoping, but it doesn't look like we're going to get him. So I might as well just give up on that. Is Rasheed Walker still? Nope, he got signed. So, I mean, there is Braden Smith who's here, so we can go for him, I guess, instead. And then we could still move Dan Moore inside. That's kind of what I'm hoping to be able to do, but we'll see. So the Cardinals are in on him as well. He may choose us, he may not. He didn't. So unfortunately, we missed out on Christian Harris as well, but it's all good. So it still leaves us about $23 million. But the one other thing I want to do is, which I hate to do it, but he's probably going to continue to climb down. We're going to cut Calvin Ridley. I think that's why we've signed George Pickens. Ridley, although he's been great for us, Pickens is obviously kind of the new guy here. So Pickens is going to take over. Traylon Burks has been awesome, so we're going to continue to keep him as well. And then Zachariah Branch is actually really good immediately out of the gate as well. So that is looking awesome. So now your offense is looking much better. Still need to address the O-line problem, but I like this a lot. So I'm still hoping we can get, which I'm going to go ahead and move Dan Moore inside right now because I'm hoping to get a right guard that, or sorry, a tackle that can take over for this, because Dan Moore can move inside and he'd probably play better there anyway. At least I think. Maybe he's not good at guard in real life, I'm not sure, but we'll bring him in there anyway, and he'll be an 80 overall. We do have Slater there, I guess, as depth, but I'm still looking to draft a tackle probably. But George Pickens, Tony Pollard, Tajay Spears, and you got Ferguson now in the offense. Defensively, we definitely need a pass rusher, so we're still looking for that too. But adding Kendall Fuller, Rich McCreary, Brownlee McQuillan, this is starting to shape up into a pretty good team. And then Kevin Winston's getting an opportunity to start this year too. You have Cook and Tony Adams at free safety. So I like this a lot. So we just need to get ourselves a pass rusher and an offensive lineman in the draft, and we can definitely do that. All right, so we'll be picking at 23 after we just went 13-4, and then obviously, unfortunately, lost in wildcard weekend to the Ravens. But all right, so let's see what we got on the board. Hoping for, like I said, a tackle or a pass rusher, so let's see what is available. So we got Williams out of Nebraska, power rusher. Probably fits exactly what we're looking for. There is a couple offensive lineman options too, but William out of Nebraska, if he fits the mold, he could be the guy that plays opposite of Oladejo, and I do think this is where we're going. So welcome to the Titans, Williams. You fit exactly what we're looking for. Hidden dev, 80 speed. Not exactly the true value we want, but still going to be somebody that plugs and plays immediately. So welcome into Tennessee. And then hopefully in round 2, we can still secure our tackle. So at 55, hopefully there's still some good offensive lineman options because we need it. But right tackle, or we also have, well, that's the I don't know if we should take him this high, but you have, I guess, the best offensive lineman available is Chase out of Texas A&M. You have Green, which we don't need. Are we reaching down the board that far for a tackle? I don't think so. The best one I see is Charles out of Penn State. A pass block, ADC run block. Speed is marginal. I mean, he looks decent, but we probably have to wait for round 3 for him, honestly. So, where do we want to go with this then? Boot Carter. Definitely don't need to take. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to taking a guard just in case. We can go double offensive lineman here. So we can take Trayvon out of South Carolina. A impact blocking. Looks pretty decent. So we'll start with that. And then in round 3, we'll take that tackle if he's still available. So nice pick there. In round 3, hopefully he's still on the board. We'll take that tackle we were looking at. And hopefully he can be impactful out of the gate. So we'll see. Did he get taken yet? Or no? Wait. It's going to be hard for me to tell, but I don't think he did. But maybe, or yes, he did by the Packers. The guy I was looking at just got taken by the Packers. Okay. So we did get one offensive lineman. We do have Jordan Herman out of Charlotte listed at the top board. Impact blocking, F run block. No, thank you. Speed is poor. Yeah, he looks horrible. We're not doing that then. Okay, so what else we got? We could take the other guard we were looking at, I guess, and maybe move one of them, or we can move more back to where we originally had him, maybe. So might have to do that. Or we could reach down and take like Xavier out of Cincinnati. So A, impact block. B, pass block. Speed is poor. I think we're better off just taking Chase, maybe. Let's probably do that. Or do we like anything else? We can also take another depth piece at our end spot. I don't hate that. We need some more rotational there. So I'm going to do that. So I think we'll just move Dan Moore back to tackle, even though I had dreams of him playing inside, which is fine. So our new guard will start immediately out of the gates, and we'll be ready for the lineup going to year 3. I think we splurged quite a bit to build a better team around Cam Ward. We just went 13-4, so obviously the hope is to make the playoffs again. Maybe this time go even further. So here's what the lineup is looking like for year number 3. We're going to have to change Dan Moore back, but this should look pretty good, all things considered. So yeah, Bog is actually pretty good right away. So let's move, like I said, Moore back to right tackle. So You know, I had you playing inside, but we drafted a guard instead of a tackle, so you'll just stick at right tackle. That's fine. Okay, so Dan Moore goes back to tackle, and now you'll have Dan Moore there, which is great. You'll still have J.C. Latham, Skoronski, Cushenberry, and then Baug is going to, or Trey, I don't know how to say his name, but you get the point. Ferguson was a nice addition. Zachariah Branch has been great out of the draft. Burks has been awesome. Pickens, nice free agency addition, although obviously there is the attitude issue. Williams, opposite of Oladejo. I can't wait to see how that unfolds. But yeah, this should be a playoff team once again, if I had to guess. But we'll see if it works out that way. Who is the slot wide receiver? It's going to be Traylon Burks, so I'm fine with that. We'll let him rock there. And I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3, where hopefully we are a playoff team once again. So just like that, we do make the playoffs again at 11-6. So we continue to be really good. Cam Ward not top 3 in passing yards this time around, but I have to assume he's still good this year. So offensively, 12th in the NFL, which is great. And then on the defense side of the football, 15th in the NFL. So not bad. 34-10 from Cam Ward. Production out of our run game was very bad, so that might be something we need to look into this offseason, because that can't fly going forward. But you had 3 guys in the 1,000-yard wide receiver range, which is fantastic. And then sacks-wise, 12 from Simmons. You had 11 from Oladejo, 11 from Williams. So both our pass rushers got involved, which is great. 6.5 from Devondre Sweat, 1 from Adams, 1 from Malik Harrison, and 1 from Winston. Interceptions, 5 from Snead, 3 from McCreary, 3 from Fuller, 2 from Winston, and 1 from Cody Barton. Okay. Well, let's see if we can go on a deep playoff run. We open up against the Patriots, so we'll see if it works out. And it'd be awesome if it did. They got a nice secondary, though, I just noticed. So Drake May versus Cam Ward. Let's see what happens. All right, so we start off with the football. We will go down go up 7-0, I should say. But they will get an interception off us. So Cam Ward has been throwing picks in the playoffs. He did last year too. And I think he may have just thrown another one as I was talking about it. But we're up 14-10 anyway. We go down and take the lead back from our own 1. We have an opportunity to do it right now. 1st and 10, a minute 39 left on the clock. So let's see if we have it in us to go down and score and get back in this game, because I would like to get Cam Ward a playoff win if I can here. So we'll see. So we'll just sit here with Zachariah. Oh my gosh, he's going to get upfield too. Nice. So that actually worked out. Yeah, 2 picks in this game. Cam Ward needs to take care of the ball a little bit better in the playoffs. I've noticed that's been something he hasn't done as of late, but maybe eventually. They're going to allow me to scramble upfield to the left here. Give me a block. Nice. Kind of risky by taking a tackle there, but we get a first down nonetheless. Let's keep this moving. I'm going to go back to red zone scissors, and this time I'm going to hope they leave Tajay Spears just butt naked open. He's not going to be butt naked open. Okay. If he cut a little bit further outside, that was going to be a touchdown, but he kind of stayed inside more than I thought he would. That was a dangerous throw. Thankfully, we didn't pay for it. All right. Let's keep going. Ferguson's left just wide open here. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice spin move. We do have 2 timeouts left. So I'm going to go no huddle here. And we'll keep this clock moving because I don't want to have the Patriots with any time. So yeah, we are definitely taking this clock all the way down. But Branch is left wide open. And that is how you do it. So that should put us in the lead. We go for 2. And I don't know what happened. But regardless, the Patriots did not get it done. So we win Wild Card Weekend in a very nice way, and now we're heading divisional. I wanted to get Cam Ward into the next round, and we were able to do just that. And now we get to head down to Baltimore again, hoping to get some revenge. They beat us last year. We were kind of within reach of maybe taking them down, but ultimately they, kind of, a nice interception start things off, I think. And we will go, oh, wow, we didn't score off the turnover. That's disappointing. We do need Cam Ward to take care of the football. We could be up 14-0 right now, but instead it's going to be a big interception. Got to score off this one, right? There we go, 14-0. So defense is playing well. It's 14-0. Again, Cam Ward with the picks in the playoffs. It's not look. They're going to tie it, aren't they? They do. 14-14 in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. They're going to kick the unbelievable. Wow. So we had that game within reach. 14-0 would have looked really good, but Cam Ward throws a brutal interception. They get back in the game, and they kick a walk-off field goal to beat us in divisional. Just absolutely brutal. So Cam Ward, man, those interceptions are killing us in the playoffs. He just keeps throwing them. So, but that's just kind of, like I said, his game. But, all right, let's get the offseason again. Let's continue to build this team out, and maybe this 4th season will be our lucky year. So the one thing I will say is we still have a lot of cap space this offseason, so that's good. I assume we have quite a few free agents to worry about, though. So JC Latham. Spears can walk for sure. Well, I mean, we could bring him back, but he's definitely not going to be the starting. Well, we have Jaden Ott. Yeah, I think I'll let Spears walk, funny enough, even though he's an 85 overall. I'm going to keep Barton as well since he's superstar dev if I can, so we'll keep him around. Traylon Burks, who's been phenomenal for us. I do think we're going to keep him as well as that third wide receiver. And then Pollard, Dan Moore. I mean, Dan Moore was our right tackle, so I definitely have interest in keeping him if we can, but he says no. I'm not going to franchise tag him. McMillan, I think we can let go. Malik Harrison was our other starting linebacker, so I mean, I'm going to bring him just in case we need the depth, so we'll bring him back. And then, yeah, and Pollard and Spears will both go. So maybe we should bring back one of them. So I'm going to, I guess, re-sign Tajay Spears if he wants. Nope, he doesn't. Okay. He's an 85 overall, but we're not going to franchise tag him for 15 million. So yeah, we'll let the rest of these guys, I guess, just walk out the door. All right, so that leaves us with $95 million in cap space. We'll go see what free agency has in store for us. So if we take a look at the lineup before we do that, let's see what we got going on. So we have Cam Ward still. Obviously, our running back position just got worse. Our right tackle needs to be addressed too. But wide receiver and the weapons on offense other than running back look good. Defensively, I'd like to improve probably at linebacker, but Kevin Winston up to superstar dev is super helpful. Barden is up to an 83. So yeah, this is looking good on the defense. But again, if there's good things to go after, we'll do it because we have a lot of money. So let's see what we got available in this free agency class. Rashee Rice, we probably don't need Rashee Rice, but man, would he be awesome. You have George Karlaftis, which again, we don't need him, but and then Marlon Humphrey, that's interesting. Javon Hollins here. You have Travarius Ward. Damn, there's some good players here. Drake Greenlaw. Ooh, Drake Greenlaw would be awesome, though, to kind of upgrade from, I would say, Malik Harrison. So we're going to give Drake Greenlaw an offer. So let's see what he says to that. Bobby Okereke wouldn't be bad either, honestly. But we don't need both. So running back, I mean, we could sign Rashad White, I guess, to replace him. That's fine. There's Spears. So, I mean, they're very similar, but we're going to take Rashad White anyway here. We probably will still let Ott start this year to see what he can do. We don't need a wide receiver, although obviously like Rashee Rice would be awesome. But tackle was another problem. And Ryan Stanley is sitting here, so I think we might have to take him away from the Ravens if we can. We're going to give him an offer to be potentially our new tackle on that right side. Steelers are going to offer him as well, so we'll see if we get him. Jenkins and then Will Fries is solid. All right, left in. So again, George Karlaftis. Don't think we necessarily need him, but man, would he be awesome to add. Can't deny that. I guess we can go ahead and give Karlaftis an offer. I mean, we have the money to spend, and he's interested in coming here, so might as well. Although I liked what Williams did last year, but still, might as well just have better, you know, a nice rotation. So Stanley, George Karlaftis, Drake Greenlaw, and Rashad White. So let's see. Even if we only get 2 of these guys, that's fine, but we'll get 3. So Karlaftis, Greenlaw, and Rashad White. We don't get the probably most important position is our tackle. We didn't get him, unfortunately. Ron Humphrey sitting here too, but again, I feel okay at corner right now. So I guess we could just bring back Dan Moore, or do we trade for a tackle and just like protect? I mean, we could do that because I almost don't plan on worrying about this draft in this season right here. So let's just go ahead and trade for our franchise right tackle this right now. So let's just see what we can maybe get out here. So we have Darnell Wright, Amarius Mims. Let's see what else we got. Any superstar X factors or anything like that. So Joe Alt, but probably be really hard to pull him away from the Chargers, but he is definitely someone I'm considering. We can always move someone from left tackle here too, don't get me wrong. Panay Sewell, that one would be really hard to pull off, but man, would he be awesome. All right, might have to go some of those first ones we've seen. Rosengarten. Fuaga from the Saints might be somewhat. Zach Tom. I mean, I tried to trade for him earlier. Maybe the Seahawks have buyer's remorse. I don't know. And then there's Troy. Okay, I'm going to see if we can get Zach Tom. I have not been able to land him in free agency once. I do feel like we probably have to trade our first to get him. But I mean, he's a 28-year-old in his prime, and Laramie Tunsil just went for a lot. So if I trade my 27th pick, they're so close to accepting it, and I'll trade my 4th as well. Let's see what they say. And that'll be accepted. So Zach Tom is our brand new franchise tackle. We could have drafted it, but we get a guy that's ready right away as we're looking to obviously make the playoffs year 4 and this time go on a deep playoff run. So we're checking all the boxes. To me, this team looks incredible. Defensively, we bring in Karlaftis opposite of Williams. You have Oladejo still. So it's looking good. And then Drake Greenlaw will move to right outside. So this is awesome. I will see you guys at the end of year number 4 because I'm not going to worry about the draft, and you guys kind of know what the lineup is looking like right now. So I'm just going to skip to year 4, and hopefully we maybe win our division. You know what would be even cooler is if we secured the bye. That'd be even better. But yeah, this team's looking phenomenal. So hopefully it pays off with everything we've brought in. So at the end of year 4, we do win the division, but we do not secure the bye. The Ravens don't make the playoffs this time, though, so we don't have to deal with them. And then the Bills win their division at 8-9. The Chiefs are the only team that obviously kind of beat us for that bye. And then Cam Ward was leading the league in passing yards, which is great. Love to see that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the defense. So offensively, first in the NFL, which is what you want to see. I don't even think I moved Ott into the starting running back position. I just thought about. So Rachaad White was decent enough, and our defense was top 5 as well. So 40-13 from Cam Ward. He had 11 touchdowns, 700 yards from Rachaad White. But George Pickens, Traylon Burks, Zachariah Branch, all really good. Ferguson, almost 800 as well. Sacks-wise, you had 10 from Oladejo, 10 from Jeffrey Simmons, 8.5 from Williams, 6.5 from Sweat, 5 from Karlaftis, 1.5 from Cody Barton, and then 1 from Malik Harrison. 5 receptions from Snead, 4 from Brian Cook, 2 from Kendall Fuller, 1 from Barton, and 1 from Kevin Winston. All right, well, without further ado, let's jump in and play the Chargers in round 1, and let's see if it's finally our time to get to that Super Bowl. So Cam Ward versus Justin Herbert. We're here in year 4 on a rainy day in Nashville, Tennessee. We go up 3-0. All right, defense is playing well so far. Big interception from Winston, but we missed the extra point. We will have ourselves a 2-point ball game, and wow, okay, so I figured we'd put the game out of reach on that drive. We're letting the Chargers hang around. If they steal, they might steal it from us here at the end. Oh, they didn't. Why? Wow. Okay, I was trying to say why and wow at the same time, because how did they not secure the win right there with a field goal? They were literally in range, it looked like. What happened? They just ran the clock out like some idiots, I guess? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but whatever. I'll take it. We should have lost there more than likely, but we didn't somehow. So we only win 9-7. We got to be better, man. We can't win with a 9-point. We can't have 9 points and win the game. So let's be better in divisional, and we'll see who's in front of us there. And now for divisional weekend against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. As we saw, they only went 8-9, but I'm not going to discount them because it's still the Bills. So we got the ball to start things off, and we'll go up 3-0. We get a defensive stop, and now they tie it up 3-3. Okay, we come from our own 1-yard line, and now they get a field goal. We get a big interception from Rodriguez, though, and we will go down and score 6-10. Looking good so far, 17-6. The Bills will score. We just got to hang on to the ball. We win the game, and just like that, we win 17-14. So we win divisional weekend. We win wildcard weekend. Now it's time to head to the AFC Championship, and we'll see who's in front of us there. But a big win against the Buffalo Bills. And now we get to play those Kansas City Chiefs who did get the bye. So we head to Arrowhead. So first time we're not going to be at home. It's a rainy day, and we will go up 7-0. Good start, but the Chiefs respond right back to us. We're going to go up 14-7. They get a field goal, but our offense has been able to score on this defense so far, but they've been able to do the same thing. And they got a tie. We got a tied game now, 21-21. They're going to take the lead. Oh, no, a big stop. They missed the field goal. So a minute 18 left, 21-21. So if we go down and drive this into a field goal, we can win this game right now. So I do think that's what we're going to try to do, obviously. So let's see what we got going on here. So I don't know if I like the... Let's go trail shake. I like that a little bit more. That way we can always just hit Pickens going across if we need it. But instead, we'll just hit Traylon Burks, who breaks the tackle. Nice spin move, and he does get his stick, but hangs on to the ball, thankfully. If he would have fumbled, I would have been very devastated. But all right, that was a nice play to start this drive. But let's continue. See, I'm going to leave Pickens open. This one's going to be dangerous. Honestly, if that was thrown higher, I think I would have caught that. I brought Ferguson back to the ball, but I knew that safety was coming over the top. But he would have had position, I think. All right. Move on to the next play. No big deal. Let's see if we can't continue. Get ourselves. I'm going to hit Mr. Rachaad White. We're going to be closer and closer to field goal range. 44 seconds left. Now, this will be a tough field goal with how rainy it is. So, it's probably in our best interest to gain more yards. I do think, though, they're going to leave Ferguson. Ooh, this is a terrible thrown ball. 4th and inches. Damn. This is going to be interesting. If we don't get this first down, we could be in trouble. All right. Well, Rashad White, I need you now more than ever. Chris Jones, I need you to run it. Chris Jones and get a first. Okay, barely got it. So we'll call our first timeout, our second to last timeout anyway, and we'll try to maybe do one more play to get closer. We'll call it good. We'll just rock with whatever this gets us. So we'll go mesh concept here, and we'll see if we can't get Okonkwo or maybe even Rashad White on this wheel. But let's see if we can just gain some yards. We'll just hit Gunnar Helm. We'll get inside the 29 or inside the 30. We can call our last timeout. We can gamble and try to make another play happen, but we probably should just kick the field goal. But I'm going to gamble and try one more play, and we're going to make sure this gets out of bounds. I'm going to scramble to the right. If I'm going to get sacked, I'm throwing this away. I'm going to throw this, and we will get closer and get out of bounds. Perfectly executed. That's what we wanted, and now we kick the field goal. So Pickens with a nice catch on the sideline. Rainy day. Let's see if we can nail this. Are they gonna okay, the ice does come. I was waiting for the ice. It didn't happen until now. All right. Let's try this. So field goal with a rainy day being iced. I think we can still nail this bad boy. See if we can nail it. I think we nailed it. And we're moving on to the Super Bowl. Unless if they score within 2 seconds. If they do, then I'm out of here anyway. So we win. 24-21. I'll see you guys in the Super Bowl. And now it's time for Super Bowl Sunday as we get to play none other than, of course, it's the Eagles. So we start off with the football here, and we do nothing with it. We're down 3-0. We will score this time, though, 7-3. Defense gets a stop. We'll go up 14-3. Looking good. But the Eagles could obviously get back in this, and they do. It's now a tied game. All right, we go and score again. The Eagles get stopped. Okay, we just got to hang on to the ball. 21-14, and just like that, we are going to win the Super Bowl 21-14, and we bring Cam Ward and the Titans to the bowl, and we win in Lombardi and take down the Philadelphia Eagles in the process. What a W video. What a perfect way to end this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.